I mean, I love Anne Hathaway. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like she has the personality of a ham. Like,
yeah, but everybody loves ham matches.
I know exactly, but you don't want it hosting the Oscars.
Strike one.
Shannon, what's up? Strike one? Strike two?
Ball. Take your base.
What? Is this
safe?
Is this the baseball scene from Twilight?
No. Oh, dear Lord. No. Scrub that. Cleanse that. Well, it's funny you should say Twilight. No, matches. This is our special month starting in January. We're going to do all movies about umpires. It's Vampuary. You know, the dark creatures of the night that hold the sports in their hands, the umpires.
No, we're doing Vampuary. It's on vampires.
That's right. Vampuary. We're doing nothing but vampire movies all month because this podcast is called
NOMS Podcast. Nerding out with Matches and Shannon.
That's the children of the night. Oh!
Nice. So that's a good one.
Vampires.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a catastrophe tonight, Shannon.
Well, I'm glad you said that because, yes, we do. Not only am I here, but the catastrophe is that apparently we're just now finding out that our good buddies Siskel and Ebert that we build this podcast around and sort of meld in, you know, and bring them in like they used to do John Wayne and Bing Crosby in commercials, you know, like splice them in from the past. They didn't review Near Dark at all.
Yeah, and we love this movie, so I guess we're doing it anyway. So
the movie tonight is Near Dark.
We put in the work. We put in the work. We're here. Yeah. We're gonna do this.
We researched. We bought the DVD on Amazon.
We did. It's very hard to find. It is inexpensively.
Yes. I'm gonna tell you right now. Near Dark not streaming anywhere, kids. So
no,
if you want to
apparently
watch
last year it was on Tubi.
Oh,
just last year. So it appears every once in a while. It's not there anymore.
That's funny. It just shows up every now and then. Like
every now and then. Yeah, just
funny.
A little treat. Like Santa.
Kind of like actor Brian Bloom. He just disappears. Next thing you know, he's in A-Team.
Oh, that's true.
That's a very obscure reference. But speaking of obscure, Near Dark, for those of you who don't know, and some may not, I would call this a cult vampire hit, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, yeah. You said you brought this over, and we watched it with you back in the 90s, right? Or
that is my claim.
Yeah.
Yes. The movie came out in 1987, and I'd heard about it for years. I'd seen the video cover and, like, I think a poster at our video store, and I was like, that looks cool. That looks really cool. I'm going to rent Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Oh, Beverly Hills Cop 2 is good. Okay. I just remember thinking this was like, was that the best vampire movie I've ever seen at the time? You know, like I never knew about it. I don't think I for sure didn't know Catherine Bigelow directed it until recently.
Really?
Yeah. Oh no, okay. I didn't know who that was back then. So yeah, not until the Hurt Locker.
I was going to say, tell the people who Catherine Bigelow is. Go ahead.
Catherine Bigelow, at the time, she was not, but she, 2 years later, after this movie, would be married to James Cameron.
The most
difficult director of all time. Not for long, no. But he is the reason we have, 3 Aliens alums in this movie, because they were friends before. Yeah.
That's true. We'll talk about that later. And some Terminator connections as well.
Yeah, Terminator connections. There's a lot of connections in this movie.
There is. She got a lot from Cameron in the marriage. I guess she was allowed to use his actors and vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah, as part of the divorce settlement. Let's see, who did he leave her for? Oh, yeah. After he directed her in Terminator 2.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't long at all, was it? No, I didn't know it was that short.
And then he left her for Susie Amos, who was the granddaughter in Titanic, which he directed and put out in 97.
No.
So basically, every time he directs a movie with a, beautiful little lady...
well, his shoots are so legendarily long. He's there living with these people, so he might as well domesticate them while he's directing them. Like that's what Cameron does.
Do you think he married a blue Thundercat from Avatar?
Probably, yeah.
He probably did. He probably, yeah.
He had one created.
I'm just gonna say on a side note. This is gonna sound so weird. The She-Hulk series, which I watched.
I liked it. No one did. I thought it was fun.
It was good. Well, Well, you know the actress. What's the actress's name who played Jennifer Walters?
Tatiana Maslany.
Yeah. Orphan, right? Okay.
Yeah,
So she's cute.
Orphan's
She's
like-
very pretty.
Yeah.
Is it weird that I thought She-Hulk, the CGI version, was a lot hotter? Is that weird?
I don't know why I knew you were going to say that. No, that's not weird. Everyone's
I can't
got
be the only.
everyone's got a fetish.
She's very pretty. She's tall. Amazon. I mean, let's be honest. When I was a kid, I thought She-Hulk was drawn very nice. Ooh, she's cute.
And she had this apple-bottom jeans, boots with the fur.
Oh, yeah, boots with the fur. Yeah, the whole crowd was looking at her. She hit the flow. Next thing you know, she put the
She moved. She could move as She-Hulk, I'm saying. And she was doing her little twerks and stuff and whatever. Like, that was great.
Oh, my gosh.
Shannon was just mesmerized. Shannon was, like, hypnotized.
Could not help. Well, I originally wanted Rocket to watch it with me because, tough superhero chick. And she liked it. And then she kind of zoned out at the end when it got all meta.
It did. It's like, what's happening here? I appreciate it.
But speaking of what's happening, you're right. We first saw this movie together, in my estimation, in 1999. Yeah. I was at the video store in your town, and I was looking for something to rent, and I went to the older section, and I said, you know what? It's about time I checked out Near Dark on video cassette.
So that was your first time as well.
It was, together.
Okay. I was thinking you were showing us something you had seen, something you were
No, I was... This was an experiment with us both. Like, we're going to get in this together. And if we hate it, we hate it together. But we didn't.
That's true. No,
Near
it's
Dark
a great movie. It's still a good movie. Like,
it is great. And it's a great way to pick off Vampuary, We're going to talk about this movie, and we're obviously not going to have any Siskel Ebert clips, and we're not going to have any, maybe clips from the movie. I don't know. Maybe we could reenact it with puppets.
The boys. Yeah, we could do that. Little shadow puppets. I got the lights. I got the...
You bit me. You got to feed. Hey, boy, you better feed. I tell you what. Hey, man, I'm going to hit you in the face with my boot.
Was that Jesse and Severin there at the end?
Yes, it was.
I knew it.
We'll talk about the characters. We'll talk about the actors. We'll talk about how good this movie is and how you should do yourself a favor by seeing it. And we'll talk about reasons why it wasn't a box office hit. It became a cult hit later. We'll talk about that. We're gonna have a good time, and I have word that we're gonna have maybe a celebrity guest later on. I don't want to spoil anything. Let me just say,
that's fine.
Let me just say that the coupons that I gave out were good, so it should bear fruit.
Okay. Put that in your pocket and save it for later. Thank you.
You will have a treat. But look, all I know is it's Vampuary, and there's one thing I can say about this whole series of shows we're gonna do. This month is gonna suck.
Oh.
Commodus, no. Commodus.
Oh, well. Well, let's get into the review.
Here we go. Woo! All right. Cue sound effects.
Nothing's happening.
Suck. He says.
Is it time?
Okay, here we go.
People beat footage.
Remix. Hey, here we are.
Hey,
welcome,
buddy.
Matches.
Long time no see.
It is a long time no see. We did take a bit of a break there, didn't we?
It's true. I feel like I'm out of practice, and not that I ever had any real practice.
Right? I feel like I'm at the top of my game, which is the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, rock bottom is a pretty darn good place to start. Sturdy ground.
Heck yeah.
What it is.
Started at the top. Now we're down here now.
Yeah.
So we're having a good time. We are NOMS, of course, nerding out with Matches and Shannon. I'm Matches.
And I'm Shannon.
Oh, crap. I read the script wrong. I'm sorry.
Yep. I'm sorry. I'm Matches.
And I'm Shannon. And as much as I would like to be as cool as you, I know you don't want to be me, and I get it. You like your hair.
I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah. What I like in here, I'm trying to get in this fabulous little goatee soul patch. I don't know what this is I'm cultivating.
I don't know what it is either, but see if it starts talking to you.
It might.
Yeah.
Shannon, I think you need more protein. Shannon, put the McRib down. Shut up, beard.
Like how it's a gentle, like AI voice, soothing.
Right, yeah. Knowing my luck, it would have the voice of Bobcat go with, hey, Shannon, why don't you go dip your head in some jello?
It couldn't be, what was the movie, Her?
Nah, right, Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson, yeah.
You know what that movie needed instead of Scarlett Johansson? Maybe Roseanne. Hey, what's your name?
Well, I feel bad about that movie because the original person who, like, dubbed the lines was dubbed over by Scarlett Johansson. They said the chemistry wasn't there. And imagine doing that, and the director says, "Well, we're going to get Scarlett Johansson to come in and do your part again."
And they can't even see you. You're not even being.
No.
It's not like what's his name who played the physical Darth Vader, Prowse, something like that.
Yeah.
Wasn't he? Did he think he was supposed to be heard in the movie? I can't remember the whole thing about that in Star Wars.
I think so. I think so. Yeah. I didn't
know if the plan was originally have him speak, and then they heard him, and they were like, "Ooh." We need someone regal.
Was he just kind of high pitched and like that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm Darth Vader.
The rebel scum will not evade. Do not make me destroy you.
Could be a different kind of movie. I don't mind it.
It could be. It could be a totally different movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, but Near Dark, man. Near Dark is near to our heart, isn't it, Shannon?
Oh, Near Dark is a place in our heart that we dare not venture with the lights on. Near Dark is that close to our heart. It is a vampire movie from 1987, as you said, directed by Just Bigelow, and everywhere she go, the movies that she makes are outstanding. She didn't make Meet the Fockers, but she made the Hurt Locker. Oh, she's demanding. She was married to James Cameron. I could go on.
That was good. I thought that was from like an award show. Yeah, like a cheesy award show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, it could have been done, back in the Hurt Locker days.
That would have been awesome, right? She's just a big... Back when Billy Crystal used to do the Oscar. Oh,
man, Miss Billy Crystal. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, good times. I wish we had James Franco and Anne Hathaway back. I'm just kidding. I mean, half of that. I didn't watch it, but I heard that year was pretty awful. I heard she was trying way too hard, and he wasn't trying hard enough.
In what?
Oh, when they hosted the Oscars in 2000.
Oh, they hosted the Oscars? Are you kidding me?
It was either 2011 or 2000.
I mean, I love Anne Hathaway, don't get me wrong, but I feel like she has the personality of a ham. Like,
yeah, but everybody loves ham matches.
I know, exactly. But you don't want it hosting the Oscars. I'm just saying, like,
you don't want a ham in the cage, but something good on stage. Okay,
yeah.
I get you. Well, Near Dark, directed by Catherine Bigelow, co-written by Catherine Bigelow, and also co-written by a guy named Eric Red.
I don't know him.
Yeah. No, I don't. You know what? You know it's not good when you read a name on the Wikipedia and it's not lit up.
Oh, really?
Like, oh, they don't have anything.
That's funny. I ended up watching the movie, and then I turned around and watched the commentary. Catherine Bigelow, just by herself, because it's the only feature on the DVD we got from, like, was this 1999 or something like that copy?
Yes,
maybe?
Is that when the DVD came out? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if it's that copy or not, but there's only one feature. There's no subtitles in English.
Wow.
There's no there's no behind the scenes featurettes. Like I think they got those later in maybe the Blu-ray release and another release, but we don't have anything on that one. Yeah.
And when I ordered sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you had to pay $40 or more for the Blu-rays, and like it's like I will one day, but not today.
When I can afford it, let me work my way up.
Yeah.
That's a lot of hustling and jiving. But here's the thing. I think you and I both were a little afraid that it wasn't going to be an English dub or it wasn't going to be region 1. And that's the risk you take.
It said import, but it was our region, NTSC. It didn't say if it was in English or not, so it could have worked on South American DVD players as well and been anything. Yeah. It could be in Brazilian. Awesome. We don't know.
Well, this is a vampire movie that ironically came out around the time of a resurgence of good, serious vampire movies. In fact, this movie, as I said before, was kind of a box office bomb at the time. And some of that blame, for some people, think it's because The Lost Boys came out the same month or the same summer, just a few weeks before.
The Lost Boys came out first?
I think so. That's what I read. Okay. I could be wrong.
Okay.
It could be. I can't remember.
I keep thinking the opposite things too, so it's fine.
Also, Lost Boys was like, either way. Lost Boys was also a bigger studio, so they put more money behind the marketing. I feel like Near Dark was more word of mouth. They had a trailer, and I watched it, and it showed the entire movie. So don't watch the trailer. It did.
Trailers back there kind of did. Yeah, they did.
They kind of did. Yeah, catch this. You almost saw. But
they had that. Roll. They had the what was it? The Monster Squad that summer, and a whole bunch of things going on. That 1987. But yeah, this one got lost. It made $3.4 million.
It did
in
eventually.
the box office. And what was the budget for this movie? $5 million, something like that.
Yeah, too short.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, like, I don't know when Catherine Bigelow did the commentary for it, but she still loves the movie. You can tell, and it's just her talking about the movie, waxing poetic or whatever, and talking about the stars and some neat behind the scenes, facts and stuff.
Nice.
So it was good. Yeah, but you can tell she still loves the movie, and it is great. It's a great Western,
That's what I was going to say. You had Lost Boys, which was like a vampire teen film, but not in the way that they sparkle or blah.
Not
in
a real way.
But yeah, it was like a vampire 80s teen film. It was a little wacky, but they were cool. They made vampires, cool. They weren't like in a musty castle, like, come to me. It was more like, hey, Michael, let's ride the motorcycle, Michael.
Yeah. I think if Twilight had been more like the goth kids from South Park, it would have been a lot better.
They did have
cool.
Right. Burn down the hot top. I love the goth kids. You gotta not care. But you're not wrong.
Aesthetic.
So whereas Lost Boys was like a vampire teen film, like you just said, Near Dark was a vampire western, a modern day.
Yeah, a neo-western and modern for the time. Yeah.
Very neo.
Which is kind of neat. Yeah, I liked it.
You've got this roving band of nomadic vampires. Let's just get to the beginning. So you got young Adrian Pasdar, who is probably remembered best for either Peter Petrelli, or was he the other Petrelli?
He was Nathan Petrelli.
Nathan Petrelli on Heroes.
On Heroes,
is the guy who could
the little show that could have but did not.
Oh my gosh, that first season was immaculate.
Amazing. Well, the writer's strike ruined a lot of things. There were some really neat shows coming out, and I think the whole landscape of the 2010s would be different had that not happened.
Well, they gave it another chance, if you remember, around 2013.
Oh, I remember, and they messed it up again.
How could you do it twice? You had one job.
Yep.
That's insane. But yeah, so Adrian Pasdar, who I was going to say you either know from Heroes and obscure made-for-TV movies, or you know him for marrying Natalie Maines of the Dixie Chicks.
That's right. Yeah. I think that's cool. Are they still married, or did they get a divorce?
I was about to ask you. I don't know. I can't
remember. I think I haven't heard anything.
I know he cameoed at the time they were dating. He cameoed as a sheriff in the Goodbye Earl video.
I remember that. Yeah. That's cool.
Him and one of Dom DeLuise's sons. I don't know which one. Probably Curly. There's 1,000. Dom DeLuise had a lot lot of kids. He did. You can throw a rock in the 90s without hitting. Seriously.
Without hitting a DeLuise?
You hit a DeLuise. There's a DeLuise everywhere. There were 2 DeLuises in Sequest. 2 matches.
So oh my God.
There's a lot of DeLuises.
Yeah, there is. There really is. Yeah.
Yeah. One of them was the bully in Encino Man. Do you remember that?
Oh, Shush. Really? Yeah, that's cool.
Yep. So anyway, so back to that. So Adrian Pasdar, he's a good old country boy. Is this movie set in Texas or just kind of the Southwest?
I don't know if it ever says. I know the beginning shot is in Arizona, but I think but that's just the place they shot it. I don't know. It does look like anywhere Texas. Maybe it's supposed to be like
it does. Yeah. Definitely Southwest. So you got good old boy, Adrian Pasdar. He's a nice guy. He meets a good old nice Southern gal who, she gets a little too close and kisses him right on the neck. Wakes up the next day, doesn't like sunlight. Slowly figures out what's going on.
Tell as old as time,
that would be the lovely. What's that?
Tell as old as time.
Yes. Song as old as rhyme. Oh, the sun.
Oh no.
Why can't I eat food? That would suck. You know what? Vampire lore in some movies and TV show is great because in some movies and TV shows they can't have anything but blood. Like they can't eat food. True. Yeah. Remember the What We Do in the Shadows? They would throw up if they ate real food.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I like it. Well, she said she kept it simple in this for a reason. There's no silver bullets. There's no garlic. There's no all these rules. You don't see the teeth. Yeah, you don't see the teeth. So she wanted to keep it simple. The rules very simple. And I think it works for that, which I think the rules in vampire movies actually, make them work as movies because there's a lot going on there, to work around. And
I was about to say, you got to get your myth, you got to get your lore. Like, I don't know if in this movie they do the whole you can't enter without permission.
No, they didn't, I don't think.
Do they not? Because you see him in a bar. Well, you see him in a bar, you see him in hotels, you see him in very public places.
Yeah. You don't see them inside their house, but they just didn't cover that, which is great. I think she wanted to keep it. They get burned in sunlight, and they are super strong. That's it.
Yep. There you go. Yep. So, cute little May is the girl who. Oh, they could also blow up if done just right. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, that's right.
But cute little May, played by Jenny Wright, who I don't think was in a whole lot else. Do you?
No. But she was in some stuff.
Yeah, she was, but
some stuff.
Yeah, this might be her best work. I'm not dissing her. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you do one good thing, and hey, there you go.
It's true. I mean, yeah, she was great. She's actually.
I don't have a one hit. I'm not a one hit wonder, or you know. So.
Well, she was in Young Guns too. She was in Pink Floyd: The Wall.
Oh,
let's see. She was in some. She hasn't acted since 2007, and before that, it was 1997. It looks like NYPD Blue. She was in The Lawnmower Man. Gosh. Few things, but nothing big. She was in Twister. Okay, I didn't know that. Nope, wrong Twister.
Nice. She was. Was it
that is not the Twister we know and love. This is a
no. There were a lot of ripoffs at that
awful.
time before the Asylum came into being.
Yep. Oh well. Anyway,
who was she in Young Guns too? Was she the brothel lady or?
Let's see. I could see that.
Who walks out, with her robe and shows her booty and. I just remember watching that in
St.
the theater with
Elmo's
my parents.
Fire before Near Dark. Let's see.
Who wasn't?
Well, where is it? I can't find it. I can't find it. Oh, which one am I looking for again? I'm sorry.
Jenny Wright with the W?
No. Which movie?
Oh, Young Guns 2. It's okay if we don't know. That's okay.
It's Jane Greyhouse.
We'll do Young Guns 2 in a podcast. Maybe Siskel and Ebert reviewed that.
Maybe.
I can't believe Siskel and Ebert didn't review this movie.
Yeah.
At all. Didn't touch it.
No, but it was very small. Yeah. It didn't run on so many, maybe 1,000 something theaters,
That's true. That's true. They did.
They were quick to jump on, the indie things, the hit things. So I don't know. This one just did not, I guess, catch on until much later.
Yeah. So young Caleb, but he's running around in a stupor, sitting. He's almost catching on fire for some reason. So May grabs him in an RV, picks him up, this RV that's got blacked out windows, and there we meet her vampire family. Let's talk about them matches.
Family. Oh, yeah.
And they are. You've got Lance Henriksen as Jesse. He's the dad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you've got, say her name? Jeanette.
Oh, yeah. Jeanette Goldstein. Yeah.
Goldstein. You got Jeanette Goldstein as Diamondback, the mom. Yeah. And then you've got the rebellious oldest son who dropped out of college 5 times. One of my favorite actors. I don't know if you love him as much as I do. Texas
He's so evil and over the top and chewing the scenery in this. It's like, I love him, but I can't wait for him to die. And are you talking about Severin?
But that's the point.
Yeah.
Yes. Played by the one and only much missed, we miss you, man, Bill Paxton.
Yeah, I can't believe
And he could do over the top like nobody else.
Yeah, and he did some improv in this movie, too. Some of the best scenes of this that he did were improv by him.
Really?
When he grabs his sunglasses and flips them around in the bar scene, you remember that? He just grabbed it and did that. Like
that was his idea?
Great. Yeah. When he looks down and he goes, oh, what is it? I hate it when they don't shave or haven't shaved. And he when he was biting into the guy. It was good.
Right. Yeah, Severin is he's the one that if you walked into a public place and everybody was like, be cool, Severin would be like, hey, got your nose, and rip someone's face off. He's the wild card. Yeah. And then you've got in a lot of vampire lore, like Interview with the Vampire, you've got the kid vampire who was turned a long time ago and is ages old with the body of a kid, played by I cannot stand this guy.
Miller. Why?
Oh, I don't know what it is about him.
He could play a young Judd Nelson.
Do what now?
He could play a young Judd Nelson, I think.
He could. I don't know if it's the way he talks or if he's good at playing annoying characters. But
he's
this
really
kid,
adult in this movie.
He's really adult in everything he played in. Now he was also in a movie that came out a year before called The River's Edge. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, that's
Keanu
why
Reeves?
he got this part. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if I saw it, but I remember the movie. Yeah, I remember the trailers. I remember it being amazing.
I saw it. Yeah. It's the movie. It's the movie where Daniel Roebuck, who people might know best as Arnst from the first season of Lost, who got blowed up.
Oh, yeah.
He is a bruiser who kills his girlfriend. Okay. And Keanu Reeves and little John, as you said, and a whole bunch of other characters decide whether or not they support it or Some of them react in a way that you wouldn't think was normal, like, oh, it's no big deal. And they try to hide Daniel world. But yeah. So that's where that's the first time he annoyed me.
Okay.
So you either know him from that or this, or I know him from, and I'm not proud to say this, 2 episodes of Highway to Heaven.
I saw he was on that on IMDb. I was like, oh, that's cool. Because his face is definitely familiar to me, and not just because I've seen this movie. I feel like I've seen him a few times over the years.
And that's where I knew him from, Highway to Heaven. I don't know, and I'm not trying to not make a joke. I don't know if he was a cancer kid or something, or had a limb missing, but he was on a couple episodes where he played like a special needs sort of kid who had a spunky spirit.
Yeah. He's a good little actor. Like, even when he's just in the background, you can see him doing something silly, or like, he's just dancing like he doesn't care.
Yeah. Like in the bar scene,
to be a 40-year-old vampire, I think. Yeah, that's what he is. Yeah.
Is it? Okay, I wasn't sure of his actual age. I will say this, though. Well, like a lot of actors who have sort of faded from acting that have gone to try other things and been successful, he actually went into writing, and him and his partner wrote you may know this movie. It's kind of a cult, fun horror comedy film called The Final Girls.
I never got to see it, but it was like 10 years ago, I think, something like that.
Yeah, it was a while. It was good, though.
2015, maybe? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Malin Ackerman, I think. A whole bunch of other people.
Yeah, I never got to see it. I should, though. But yeah, he's still acting and writing today, I saw. Which is really good.
He co-wrote that.
Do you know, and if you know this, go ahead and say it, but do you know who he is? Who is his half-brother, Shannon? Do you know?
I do know who his half-brother is.
You do?
Okay. You go ahead, because there's a vampire connection.
I want to do it so bad. Yeah. He's actually the half-brother of Jason Patrick in Lost Boys, of Lost Boys fame.
Michael. That's Michael. His name is Michael.
Yeah. And it came out the same summer. Patrick. So yeah, that's crazy.
Isn't that hilarious? I know.
Yeah.
And now Jason Patrick is stealing Terrifier 3 from Art the Clown.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Terrifier 3
but yeah, him and Jason Patrick do what?
I said that movie was nuts. I can't wait to see it again. I don't know if I'll see it again. I love the way you said
it. That movie was a hoot.
It was.
Oh, by the way, can I just say something real quick? This is totally off the cuff. I work part-time at a store that serves the public, and I don't want to mention it in case they want to sponsor us. But you know me, I am me all the time. No, a little goofy, a little crazy, friendly. This guy came to my counter, bought something, went to the cafe part of our business, and told the lady, that guy over there, he's a hoot.
Really? That's so good.
I got described as a hoot. I loved it. One day I'll be a holler. But speaking of hollering, so we got the 2 kids, or the 3 kids.
Yeah.
We got May and Severn and Homer. That's little boy's name. And then we got Jesse. And apparently Jesse, when Caleb asked him how old he is, he said he fought for the South in some war.
Yeah. He was in the Civil War.
World. And apparently there's a little hint that him and Severn caused the Chicago fire.
Yeah, that was a cool thing. Hey, remember when we caused that fire back in Chicago? Not so.
So yeah, just a brief. There's so many great things in this movie. So just a brief synopsis. So the family wants to kill him because he's a newcomer. Yeah. But May, advocates for him, and so
he's already turned. Let's give him a trial run. Let's do.
They literally give him a trial run. They said, "You got a week."
They did. It's 1 week.
But Caleb, being of such a good heart, can't bring himself to kill anyone.
Yeah. I think that's great. That's just fancy, is what that is.
It is.
Oh, the very first shot, there was a mosquito that they popped.
Yes.
Did you see that? Okay.
Yeah.
What she said in the commentary was that they had to grow a mosquito for 6 months so it wouldn't have any like diseases or anything like that, and they used a mosquito for that shot, which I don't know if you can do today. Like,
no.
Yeah, but back then, they didn't have computers doing that kind of stuff.
No, they didn't.
Just like in Candyman, when they had to use real bees.
Yeah, that's right. Or the fly wrangler on Lost Boys, remember?
Yeah. So I guess they had a not just a mosquito wrangler, but a mosquito grower.
Right, a mosquito farmer. And here's Lenny. He's my boy. You're going to be a star, Lenny. But then they killed him. That's funny.
Yeah, but she also said that Severin has no guilt, no remorse, no humanity, but Jesse does. And he doesn't show his pack, but he's capable of all those things.
Yes.
And so they're kind of opposites in that way.
They are. Like I said, Severn is the loose cannon. You only set him free if you want pure destruction. And that's what makes Bill Paxton and his performance so good in this movie. He is literally a house of fire. So they go through all these, things. They're trying to get Caleb to kill someone. He just won't. They go to a bar. This is one of the best scenes in the movie. It's just, it's kind of like just a buffet. They go in and they lay waste to almost everybody in the bar. But you know who gets away? Do you know who that actor is?
He's a little cowboy guy.
That's right.
I know she said he was in Point Break a little later.
James LaGrosse, a young James LaGrosse. Okay. I don't know how I know his name because he's been in a lot of things, but it's not like, hey, it's James LaGrosse. The James LaGrosse fan club president. He's a great actor, though. He unfortunately was in Phantasm 2.
Was that not good? I've never seen it.
No, well, not to me. It has its fans, kind of like Evil Dead has its fans, but they already know. Phantasm 1 even any good? I don't know. See, I don't.
You don't like
every movie. Every movie is the same of those movies. Okay. There's like 4 or 5. It's so bad. Yeah. But and I think the only reason they stopped making them is because Angus Scrimm, who played the villain, the tall man, died. So,
Oh, he was real scary. That's a scary image.
He was scary.
Yeah.
James LaGrosse also had a part in Justified for a few seasons as the local bartender. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So anyway, so he survives. So they lay waste to everybody. They kill everybody in the bar, and Severn is, going crazy, setting fire to things, and Homer's dancing on the bar.
Oh,
you remember?
Homer. I love that. It's so good.
And then what's funny is when James LaGrosse's character is left, he's the only one left. Here's the thing. The first person, they kill a bartender, okay? They kill a waitress. They slit her throat. Nobody in the bar screams, runs, or even totally reacts. They just go, like mommy and daddy were fighting in public.
Yeah.
They're like,
this is a rough and tough Western town. They're used to this kind of shenanigans.
Ain't the first time I seen something like that, I tell you.
Yeah, lost Susan last week. Didn't surprise me.
That's the third waitress we've had this month.
Exactly. Yep, it's true. Yeah, I like it though because that's not everyone's going to scream when something happens. I feel like I made that.
But that is
the Die Hard thing we did, where everyone just screamed when they saw the dead body, even though there's a guy with guns pointing at them, which they probably don't need to annoy.
Right. Well, it's one thing to have a gun pointed at you.
Wood, Shannon, are you going to go, ah! Is that what you're going to do?
Go. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go, what's in your wallet? No.
Yeah.
No, if I see a dead body in the woods, I'll probably invite my friends to go see it, and we'll have an adventure, and we'll cross the train track.
With a stick. Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
See if I can bring it back to life with my necromancer skills.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Necromancer. But so the bar scene is great. And then the whole time, Caleb's dad, played by genre legend Tim Thomerson, is looking for her. Do you know Tim Thomerson?
I don't actually know.
He's a wonderful man. He is one of those actors like Lance Henriksen, can be in both B movies and Z movies and big budget, big award winners.
Yeah.
Favorites. Yeah. I can't name a lot. I know he's in the cult films Trancers as Jack Death. It's kind of a B movie.
Yeah.
Never actually saw them. Helen Hunt played his wife in the first few. Before she was kind of huge.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go. But he was in Who's Harry Crumb, and he's in a lot of stuff. You know him. He's like Steve Martin. I feel like he's been gray since he was born.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
But he plays Caleb's no-nonsense dad, who along with Caleb's little sister, is looking for him, and they finally find him. And then Homer finds the sister and falls in love with her. Remember that?
Yeah. Well, Homer had originally changed May, and then now May has Caleb. And all of a sudden, it's not all of a sudden, I guess, but he's just jealous. He's like, okay, it's not fair. I want her. May was always kind of his possession a bit in a weird way.
Right.
Yeah.
But before we get into like the actors and all the cool stuff, here's the weirdest thing. So when Tim Thomerson finds Caleb and gets him back home, he figures out kind of what he is, and he changes him from being a vampire with a blood transfusion.
Yeah, she said she got that idea from Bram Stoker's Dracula. I guess it's mentioned in there or something.
Okay, explain. Did she explain?
That's all I know. No, she didn't.
No!
I've never read the book, and I don't think it's in the movie, but, it's probably something they mentioned or did in the book, but I think it's fine. I mean, it's a little cheap, but...
Well, you know what? You might say that the ending is too happy because of that, because at the end, all the vampires get what's coming to them, and Severn gets the best. He has a dance with a truck.
Yeah, large semi with a gas whatever you call them on the back end. Yeah, it's just full of petroleum or nitroglycerin or whatever the crap is in that. Yeah,
yeah, and much like a car in a road movie, he sustains damage after damage after damage.
Oh yeah, and he starts
and that's why
digging into the truck or whatever, like pulling out the wires and stuff. It's so good and over the top.
It is, and it works, and he finally blows up, and the family kidnaps Caleb's daughter as a ransom. Yeah, to sort of get back at
him. After the movie's over, it's like they come back.
Right. Well, that's how Homer dies, because she gets out of the car they're in, and he runs off and lets himself be fired up because he's like, "Come back, baby."
Yeah, their practical effects in this were top notch. The way they were burning and the way the smoke was coming out. Yes. They had like some kind of rig with like 5 cigars and like pipes and stuff underneath them or whatever. Yeah, these like, I don't know, lines and stuff going around them.
That is
it's
awesome.
Something neat. Yeah. But they said that day the wind was so big, you could tell they like drew in some fire and some smoke in that scene at the end. If you look closely, I was like, wait, that's not even real fire. That's just drawn on the screen.
But it was funny how that was an effect at the time.
Yeah. And so like, and it worked. I mean, if you saw that on VHS or older, 16 millimeter or something, you wouldn't be able to tell probably at all or care.
No, you wouldn't.
But that's something I noticed, and then I read about that, and I was like, that's why that was like that. Everything else was real. Why was this like
nice?
Fits
nice.
in.
Nice. Well,
but the original ending. Oh, sorry. Did you see the original ending?
No, tell me. I didn't know anything about the original ending. Tell me.
Well, they were going to have Sarah. Well, the May and Caleb were going to walk out in the sunlight, and Sarah's going to follow him, and you're going to see her hands start burning. Like she got
Sarah's
turned.
hand?
Yeah, the sister or whatever. But it would have no significance because they could just cure her right away in this world. So, yeah, they would have been able to blood transfuse it right out of her.
So Caleb, after he blood transfusioned May, that was going to happen. Okay, that's how
that was going to happen. But they said they did the freeze frame, the 80s freeze frame with the Tangerine Dream soundtrack behind it. Yeah, it's perfect.
When I look into your eyes, I'm assuming that's what it said.
They couldn't even just be sitting there kissing. They just had to freeze it right there.
I know.
Yeah. That's all we got of it. We got to freeze it.
That's it. That's it. We got no more.
It's great.
This movie, as you said before, Catherine Bigelow was married to James Cameron.
Yeah.
And she apparently was lent his actress, because what is the connection between 3 of the actors in this movie, Matches?
3 of the actors in this movie are in Aliens.
That's right. Which I think is a superior Alien movie, in my opinion. I think it's the best.
Okay, I like the first one the best. Yeah.
Okay, and that's cool.
But I understand. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I think it's one of the rare sequels. You can hear my dog in the
background. Please be quiet. We're trying to record a podcast.
Yeah, you might hear Rocket in the background, too. I gotta eat. I feed you 2 times a day. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, no.
I feed her 3.
Or at least slide another pancake under the door. Okay.
Here's the waffle. As Kevin Federline one time said, you gotta feed your kids.
Did he
Father
really?
of the year, baby. No, that was when Andy Samberg played him on SNL. Do you remember that? He goes, basically, I'm Father of the Year. Learn from me.
That's so good. Oh, I love it.
I mean, compared to Britney Spears, he kind of was Parent of the Year.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the Aliens crew because I want to talk about
let's talk about the connection. So we got
Jesse
the Aliens connection.
Was in character before filming began. He did a cross-country trek to where they were filming.
Okay.
Dressed in character and picked up real hitchhikers on the way.
And ate them?
It scared the bejesus out of them. There was one that was like twice as big as him and could have taken him. And the guy was like, please let me out. I'm not feeling comfortable. And so Lance Henriksen gives him like $80, all the cash in his wallet. It's like, here, thanks for being a good sport, buddy. Sorry. So he was really in character all the way there.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
He had the long fingernails. He put tar in his hair like the Civil War Navy people would put in their hair, Yeah, he went full on that. I think that it just shows in the movie. He plays that part really well, I think.
Oh my gosh, he does. So yeah, he played Bishop in Aliens, and Paxton played, oh gosh, I always forget the name of his character in Aliens. Do you remember?
Yes. Hold on. It'll come to me. No, it's gone. It's gone.
No. All I know is he says the best line of the movie. Game over, man. Game over.
Game over.
Yep. Hicks. Is it Hicks?
Hicks. Yeah. It is Hicks.
Private Hicks. And then Jeanette Goldstein.
Corporal Hicks? Private Hicks. Okay.
Yeah, Corporal Hicks. Maybe Captain Major Hicks? I don't know. Major Domo Hicks? Could be. And then Jeanette Goldstein plays Lieutenant or Corporal Vasquez.
Yeah. A hero to Mexicans everywhere and Latina people.
But
that's all we're going to say.
Great. And she, you know what? There have been people of other races too, like Jeffrey Wright, the actor. I think that's his name.
Yeah.
In Shaft, he played a Latino drug dealer.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, it's happened a lot. Throughout the years.
I don't. You know, we're not defending it. We're not.
Indiana Jones is full of it too. Yep.
That's true. Oh yeah. But she's so good in the movie. You don't care. You don't know. Is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's for her. Yeah. I take it because I mean a lot of Mexican Latino people take inspiration from her. They love her. It's not something I want to take away. I don't think from someone.
Is that kind of like in that Aziz Ansari series where they talk about they idolize Fisher Stevens in the Short Circuit movies, only to find out he talked like you and me?
He was a white person.
He was a very white person. Did not talk like
that. That always weirded me out when I saw him in things later. I'm like, isn't that the same guy from Short Circuit?
Right? Is he suppressing his accent like Bob
really
Hoskins?
Good English accent. Wow.
That is hilarious. But there's your Aliens connection. And then you've got a Terminator connection, but slightly separated. In Terminator 1, Lance Henriksen plays a cop, who tries to help Sarah. And Bill Paxton is blink and you miss it. He's there for a few minutes. He plays one of the first punks that the Terminator encounters. And actually, is it his yet?
One of the bar patrons was in the bar scene at the beginning of Terminator.
You stole my thunder.
2. Yeah.
You
Terminator
stole
2.
my thunder. The one, I think it's the one that he bites.
Oh yeah. The one that's not shaven. Enough.
He played a biker in Terminator 2 that Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's now a good guy, takes his leather jacket and bike from.
Yeah, there's so many little things. Yeah, I think they said there are like 10 people in Hollywood, connection. Basically.
Yeah, and we've only got a handful
over
of
and over and over. Yeah.
And Jeanette Goldstein is in Terminator 2 as John Connor's foster mom. Yeah. And she gets, I don't know what T-1000 did to her, but as T-1000, she knifed Xander Berkeley right in the mouth.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
No milk for you. No milk for you, Xander Berkeley. Who again we saw in Year One as we were filming the movie Year One in Shreveport.
Yeah, we're coming back around to that again. Yeah, that's cool.
Full circle. I just want to let people know I was in that movie. They don't believe me.
Yeah, because they cut us all out.
They sure did.
There was a lot of editing in that movie. Joel's in every scene every day, and we didn't see him at all, did we?
Maybe a glimpse.
They literally was calling him on the set. We need MacGyver Williams. We need,
Yeah, they would actually call our friend.
Literally calling him for everything, and I didn't see him.
Can I just say, since we're not going to cover Year One because it probably wasn't reviewed, you and I and the people around us, there was a scene where we're filming a riot that's going to happen in front of the King's, stage. And so me and Matches and about 3 or 4 other dudes got a plan together to make it look good. Because we're like, hey, we've had some stage training. We were actually
working with a stunt guy that was in the middle of it.
Yes, we were.
There were a few stunt guys and then a lot of people that were just taking, things for them. Yeah, like advice from them. Yeah.
And we had a plan. We're like, okay, so I'm going to grab him. He's going to pull me. I'm going to pretend to punch you. And we had this great plan. We're like, look, even if we don't get filmed, we want to make it look good. Yeah. So they yell action. And all of a sudden, these big dudes just surround us out of nowhere that weren't even in on the plan. And they're like, whoa!
Oh, yeah. And it was ruined because all these people just became a mosh pit. You couldn't see where I lost the dude that was teaching us and we were, putting the plan together with. I found you. I think I stuck by you, but it was madness. Yeah.
I was trying to stick to the choreography. Like, no, we trained. We trained.
200 people there trying to work together. Yeah. And it just kind of became nothing.
Do you remember they had to yell cut half the time because they had to tell people to take off their sunglasses and put their water bottles in their robes? Because we were filming in biblical times.
Yep. I don't know why they even brought those. I do not know.
It was hot. It was March. I don't know.
Yeah. Is that when I had the long hair and they were calling me Jesus?
Yes, because you had the beard and Jesus is here and you had the tunic.
Go Jesus. Yeah. I never told you this. We're going to go off a tangent because Siskel Ebert did not take cover Near Dark, so we're just kind of whatever.
It's their fault.
Yeah, there was that part where the assistant director called me over to show me a scene. Everyone was like, "Go Jesus, go Jesus!" Because what happened was there was these rocks we moved out of the way, and we all rushed in, and I'm right behind you. To me, I was right behind you the whole way. I was going as fast as I could, right behind you. Did I tell you this? Okay.
Don't tell it to the
people,
I
get there, and he goes, "Okay, here's everybody else." And they start running, and they stop it, and they go, "And here's you." And there's me, like, going as slow as molasses behind everybody else. It was my sandals. They were digging into my feet, and I couldn't walk or run. And I didn't realize that, I don't know, he was just like, "Yeah, just try to do it better next time." And it was like, "Okay." And then I tried it 2 more times, and it didn't work, and they broke it up, only to, like, put it back together again once I was out of oh my gosh. I was like, "It's because of my feet." They ran it without
me.
me.
You think that maybe he was calling you out like, "Hey, you're good. We got more work for you."
Yeah, everyone thought it was because I looked awesome, but it was because I sucked so bad.
I was so happy for you too. I was like, "Yeah, that's my buddy. He's gonna get a starring part. He's gonna get to talk to Jack Black."
They did set my spot a few times, in the movie. They did. There's an X. I want you to stand here, right in the middle of everybody. That part's gonna get cut. Don't worry.
That's right. Well, speaking of spots, so what else can you say about Near Dark? It's a lot of fun. Oh, hey, speaking of Jeanette Goldstein, did you know that Near Dark was actually her second movie, and her first movie was Aliens?
Okay. Oh, really? Her first movie was Aliens?
Yep.
That was her hilarious.
Debut. I know. And I mean, she's been in other things. Like she was in Lethal Weapon 2. I don't know how well you remember that movie. She played
not as well as
Mel
3.
Gibson.
3 is the one I remember the most. Because I was older when I saw it. We went in the theaters and saw it. It was fun. I was a kid. I didn't know any better. Joe Pesci is a delight.
I am not going to badmouth this movie because that scene where him and Rene Russo are comparing all their battle scars. As they take off clothes.
And they did that in Hot Shots or whatever, Hot Shots Part 2 or whatever it was. Oh, that was it led for so many kind of like, the
thing is, okay, Lethal Weapon 1 and Lethal Weapon 2, much like Die Hard 1 and 2, to me, are perfect action films. They've got wonderful bad guys. They've got great action sequences. They've got humor. And Lethal Weapon 3 had those. But the bad guy, do you remember him? Because I don't.
In 3? I don't know. No.
He was an ex-cop who worked at a construction site, was always yelling at people and throwing people in mixers of concrete.
And then Chris Rock was there too, is that right?
No, that was the fourth one.
Oh, God, that was the fourth one. Okay.
With Jet Li.
I forgot there was a fourth one. Oh, my God.
Oh, baby.
Well, I'll stick with my favorite Beverly Hills Cop. 1, 2, and the fourth one. 1, 2, and the fourth one.
Okay, you're going to ignore number 3 in the Disney list. Oh,
I like the one they put on Netflix. He was good. Anyway, Near Dark. We were doing a movie.
So we're doing a movie. No, Near Dark is great. Some critics did report on it. I actually have it written here. Let me.
Oh, good. Yeah, I was going to ask. What did critics think about it at the time? Because I can't find like AI on Google that shows up at the top when you Google stuff says that Siskel and Ebert were film critics that reviewed the movie Near Dark in 1987. Blah, 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 but there's no hide nor hair of it on the internet.
Yeah, liars.
Yeah, liars. Not even on SiskelEbert.org where they have comments at the bottom and they'll say the one that was missing this year is this and this and this and this movie or whatever.
Yeah.
We don't have those yet, but that wasn't even there, so I don't know.
It did not exist. But, a lot of critics loved it and some didn't. One of them, Miss Bigelow's 2 studied compositions, Caleb in silhouette riding a horse towards the camera, clash with her unstudied approach to the character's looks. When you want to get all snobby and stuff. But apparently the guy, Peter Travers from Rolling Stone, that I used to read and take with a grain of salt, he loved it. He said it was a gory masterpiece.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes. So some critics really loved it. Some had problems with it and thought it was a thin character.
How long has Peter Travers been around? Holy crap. Okay.
I don't know. I feel
Jesus. I didn't know he was there
originally
in
reviewing with Rolling Stone.
Was he there in 1887? He's a vampire.
He's got to be. Him and Nicolas Cage.
He must have been 15 years old. I don't know.
All right. Before we go off, do you think Paul Rudd's a vampire? I put it before you.
No, I can see him aging. He's aging. He is. Yeah,
he is, but he's aging good. Like, he's the same age that Wilford, a few years ago, he was the same age that Wilford Brimley was in Cocoon matches.
Yeah, and he looks about the same as he did 25 years ago. So
the power of diabetes.
Yeah, I don't. I think I look okay for my age, but I don't look like I did 25 years ago.
I think I look like Kyle Gass or a Campbell's Soup Kid. I don't like that last one, but people told me that in college. When I was losing my hair. It's the rosy cheeks. I don't know.
I mean, I wasn't popular back then, but I'm popular now. I don't know.
Hey, you've always been popular in my book, buddy.
They love me. I can't help it.
So, Near Dark. Near Dark is a great movie. It's, like I said, it's a vampire neo-Western. It's funny. It's violent. It's gritty. It's very hot and southern.
We got the vampire Western was because she wanted to do a Western, but couldn't get that greenlit.
So she decided to vamp it up?
So mixed genres, that was a popular thing in the 80s, of course, and that summer as well. So they were like, vampires, okay, yeah, let's try that. Western vampire movie? We hadn't seen that yet. Throw it in the mix, yeah.
Well, is there anything else we can say about it besides go see it and it's great?
No.
You've got a great performance by Lance Henriksen, as I said, who's like he's a genre legend. He could be in Z movies and great movies.
This may be his best performance. I don't know. It's really good.
Really? Well, I don't know. Bishop? His performance is Bishop in Aliens.
Bishop. Oh, yeah.
Because you think he's going to go the way of Ian Holmes' android character in the first movie.
Yeah.
And here he comes. He's like, I'm here, Ripley.
Yeah. That's pretty good. I love it. The little reverse twist. And then we had a Winona Ryder in one of those too.
That's true. Yeah. And Hellboy.
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
Right? Yeah. So, all right, let's do our little, since Siskel Ebert didn't bother to, let's give our thumbs. What do you give Near Dark matches, or do you want me to go first?
I give Near Dark 5 blood transfusions out of 6.
Nice. I like that. Okay. I give Near Dark, let's see. I'm going to give it, 5 on fire Homer and 5 scathingly destroyed Bill Paxtons. I give it 5 out of 5.
Okay.
It's great.
I love it.
It's a great movie.
They're two of my favorite characters in this movie too.
Well, and can I just say the bar scene? They're playing like a bluesy version of "You Give Me Fever," as Seven is like laying waste to people and they're stabbing and biting people, and then when May tries to get the cowboy to kind of relax a little and get Caleb to bite him, they start playing George Strait's "This Is When the Cowboy Rides Away."
Oh, wow. That's great. Yeah.
And then I don't know what they're playing when the bar's on fire and Homer's dancing on the bar like this. Yeah. I'm not kidding.
That's funny.
It's a great movie. So
it is.
What a great way to kick off Vampuary.
Yeah, it was good, except for, Siskel and Ebert didn't cover it, which, since this is the Siskel and Ebert podcast, I know you're looking forward to that, as were we, but sometimes,
We do apologize. Yeah, we do have some great ones coming up. I know for sure, I don't know which time, we're going to do Fright Night.
We'll do Fright Night for sure. Maybe Interview with the Vampire, if that's not overdone, if you want to.
Maybe. I don't know, what's a good old vampire movie? Bonfire of the Vanities, is that a vampire movie?
I don't know. Vampire in Brooklyn? What was it?
No, those just suck. Oh, no. Are we doing vampire? We could.
I don't know. Maybe Vampires from John Carpenter. We'll revisit that. We're gonna have to revisit that. It's a classic from our past. We went through a lot on that one.
We should definitely throw some vampires in there. Little tough guy James Woods. Hey, speaking of James Woods, I know you hate him. I know you think he sucks. But let me tell you something. We were talking about Saturday Night Live. We were talking about mosquitoes and diseases. So there is this classic Halloween Saturday Night Live sketch where he hosted. I think it was 90 or 89. Yeah. And this was the time when AIDS was more well-known, but was still kind of scary. And it was a little, who's got it? So he plays Dracula, and he has these beautiful women in his castle. And each woman he goes up to, before he bites her, he's like, hold on. Have you had the recent blood test? Have you been in any foreign countries? Have you had any contact with needles? And Victoria Jackson is like, Well, I used to date a rock star. What was his name? Keith Richards. Okay, you can go. You know.
Oh, I remember that. I do. Yeah.
You know? And he has to fly off with a sample of one of their blood so he can make sure it's clean.
Yeah.
So, as you know, Matches, each week I have attempted a theme song, and I thought last week's went pretty good.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
right into it. That's fine. Yeah.
Is that okay?
That's
Do
fine.
you want a break for commercial?
We didn't throw to it, but we're good. We don't have to.
Oh, okay. You want to throw? Go ahead, throw.
Up next, Shannon sings a silly song.
That's right.
Most likely.
Here on NOMS Tales. I like it. Okay. So as you know, last week I brought in Bob Dylan, and I thought it worked really good. So this week I have decided to bring in someone almost as legendary. Okay. Do you know Godfather
Gwen
of Soul?
Stefani?
No, it's better than that. The hardest working man in show business, James Brown. Do you know James Brown?
Yeah.
Well, he's gone. He's in heaven. But I did manage to track down with a lot of Ancestry.com and Google. I found a relative. I found his long-distance, third, twice-removed cousin, James Brownston. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring him to the show, James Brownston.
Oh, God. Can we? I don't. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm James Brownston. I'm the cousin of James Brown, the godfather of funk and soul. How are you, young man?
You're a cousin of
Having a good
James
time?
Brown? Yeah.
Yes.
Are you
very
British
much
and
James
white?
Brownston. Yeah. It's all in the camera. It adds a little bit more. It takes a little bit away. I may be vanilla, but let me tell you something. I am quite spicy, much like mayonnaise.
Okay. Yeah.
Watch out for that mac and cheese. It'll burn your lips.
You are delightful.
Listen, buddy. I've got a theme song ready for you. Are you ready for it?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's dial the funk up to 11. All right, here we go. I hope you're ready for this jelly. Okay, here we are. Ow! I love NOMS. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Those guys are the bomb. Da-na-na-na-na-na. I love NOMS. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Like I love rom-coms. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Podcast. CBS. I got NOMS. Do. When it's Matches and Shannon, you know they're not usually wrong. And when they talk about the movies, they kick you like Jean-Claude Van Damme. Get up, get on up. Get up, get on up. Get up, watch NOMS with me. Get on up, get on the scene. Get on up with Siskel knee. Should I take him to the bridge, Matches?
Yes.
Matches, should I take him to the bridge?
Yes.
Do. Ow! It's in the hole. Thank you.
Wow.
That was my attempt at a funky, in-your-face theme song. I am from the street, you know.
A thing.
Yes. Sesame Street.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna go.
We'll give you a call.
Whoa!
Thank
What was
you.
that? What happened? Who was that? What in the world?
Well, you missed James Brown's distant cousin, I guess.
Yeah, how distant?
Yeah, James Goldburn? I can't remember.
Goldstein.
I wasn't listening.
Well, what'd you think of his song? I didn't get to hear it, but it sounded pretty stirring. Like my soul kind of did backflips.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll try again next week. I don't know.
We'll try again next
Maybe
week.
I can
It's
get
fine.
Frank Stallone or Rob Stamos. Maybe?
Oh, Rob
No?
Stamos, you think?
Yeah, maybe Johnny Stefani? I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe,
that could be good.
Maybe Paige McIntyre. And guess what? That's a real guy. That was Reba McIntyre's brother, who also attempted a country music career. And when Reba McIntyre played in El Dorado, Arkansas in the late 80s, Paige McIntyre opened for her.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding. This is real. We saw. Actually, me and my dad were late to the concert, and my mom and sister were already there, so we missed Paige entirely.
Wow, that's great.
He was the bicycle thief of that concert. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
There you go. Reba had the kind of fro hair at the time. Well, anyway, that was the theme song. And what's next on the docket, Matches?
Well, next, you know what we do. We've got our. Are you ready to do this? We can just go right into it, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, next is
1877 Cars for Kids. No. It's the video movie corner. Feel it in your soul, baby. First we're going to talk about it, then we're going to sing it.
That's the best one yet. You did it.
I think so.
Congratulations.
I don't think we need to do any more. We're done. 15 podcasts and a movie.
I like it. Jeez.
All right,
This is the part of the show.
We'll do what now?
That's fine. I'll go first. Yeah. This is the part of the show where we pick a video movie rental or anything that maybe Siskel Ebert didn't do. If we would later cover it, if something like that would be okay. But we just like to recommend movies that you might want to watch that you might not have seen yet. Whether you should watch them or not, it's up to you. But we'll tell you if we think you should. And you can watch them and waste your time. I know your time is precious to you. Every one of you. So if we waste your time, we are so sorry.
Because your time is precious to you.
It's right. That's right. Okay. Well, this week, my video movie corner pick of the week is Saturday Night.
What?
We haven't done Saturday. We haven't done Saturday Night yet, have we?
I don't think we have. Is it finally available to stream or video?
It is available to rent for like $5.99 or less. Yep.
Nice.
Yep, it's definitely worth it.
I think matches.
This movie is about the crazy first night of Saturday Night, or as it's known now as Saturday Night Live.
That's true.
Everyone is represented here, I believe, and it just follows everybody through a hectic couple of hours, hour and a half before showtime. And basically when the show starts, the movie's over. But it's really kind of neat how they do it. It's rushed, a little bit. And you've got so many people in this movie. You've got, let's look. Dylan O'Brien plays Dan Aykroyd very well, I think.
Yes, he was Styles on the Teen Wolf Show as well as other great movies.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, let's see. Let's see.
Any other
I thought Ella Hunt was good as Gilda Radner. I'm not familiar with her. Rachel Sennett was Rosie Schuster, who was married to Lorne Michaels at the time.
Oh, okay. I was like, that name doesn't sound familiar. But I know Rachel Sennett.
I guess they saw other people and weren't really in love. I don't know, something like that.
Right.
Yeah, the guy playing Lorne Michaels, Gabriel LaBelle. I don't know him, but he was very good as well.
He looked familiar.
Yeah. Lamorne Morris, you might know from The New Girl, played Garrett Morris. Wait a minute. Is that his son?
Do you think there's a connection?
What?
I don't know. I do know this. Of all the cast members, Garrett Morris was not a comedian. He was actually a theatrically trained actor and an opera singer.
Yeah, that's what he says in the show. He's like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I don't know if he thinks I'm a comedian, but I'm not, And you get to see his, shoot all the whiteys or whatever bit that he does, maybe in episode 7, I think. But, behind the scenes, they're like, what is this? You go ahead and sing us a song and test this out. And he starts doing that. Everyone's like, whoa,
That's a classic.
You get Cousin Greg from that show, whatever it's called. Secession, yeah. That's. I always want to say Severance, so I don't say it, just in case I say Severance instead. But he played Nicholas Braun. He played both Andy Kaufman and Jim Henson. And I don't know if you knew this, but Jim Henson was behind the scenes trying to get his puppets on the air, and they just didn't have anything for him.
Because I'd never seen the first episode, but I do know that Andy Kaufman stole the show. Even though
yeah. There's the whole thing with the big wigs and the affiliates are all there, all the old people, that are there to see this thing fail, so they can continue to run Johnny Carson reruns on Saturday night. They had the tape, ready to roll. Yeah, they had the tape ready to roll. They were like, and what's his name? Oh gosh, I've gone blank.
Chevy Chase, John Belushi.
No.
Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, The Lighthouse.
Paul Schaefer.
The Lighthouse. Remember The Lighthouse? Had two people.
You mean Willem Dafoe?
Willem Dafoe. Thank you. He's not even in the top cast here in IMDb. I don't know why, but he was the top brass that one of them shut down. He's like, this isn't going anywhere. And then you see, Andy Kaufman do his little Mighty Mouse thing or whatever, and everyone is screaming, laughing, and he's like, "The show must go on," and
that's what probably helped save that episode. Probably.
Oh yeah, I think so. That's so funny, and this guy did a great job of doing it, where he's about to come in, but it doesn't happen, and he's kind of disappointed.
Here, save the day.
It's so good. I don't know tell the whole story, but everyone's seen these, bits and stuff like that. So they probably took a lot of bits from a lot of like the old Saturday Night Live and put it in this movie behind the scenes as they're building toward Showtime. I think. I don't know if this is like completely accurate, but it's a bunch of stuff that really did happen at some time,
Well, I know that Dan Aykroyd loved the film, and Chevy Chase, being Chevy Chase, took the director aside and said, "You should be really embarrassed of yourself."
Are you serious?
But the director said he wasn't hurt because he says, "That's Chevy Chase." That's Chevy Chase's way of saying it was pretty good.
Yeah, probably so. And like, it's funny because J.K. Simmons is in this. He plays Milton Berle, of all people.
He was there?
I don't know if he was, but apparently they showed that he had a show on at the same time, some kind of variety show hour or something that was at the building at that time. I don't know if it's true or not, but he comes down and rips Chevy Chase a new one, and it is glorious. It's so good.
Nice. No, what's funny about this is Saturday Night Live to us, when we grew up watching it as kids, when my mom finally allowed me, it was an institution already. It was a thing. But this was such an experiment. A live show with unknown, literally not ready for primetime players.
Yeah. It showed that very well, that they weren't ready. Even Billy Crystal's backstage. I can't remember who was playing him. But when it comes time, he's like, I can cut my stuff down to from 8 minutes to 5 minutes or something like that. And then Lauren comes later and is like, you need to cut it to 2 minutes. He's like, I can't do that. Then you're not on the show. And and your friend is or whatever.
Did that really happen?
I don't know, but I think that was interesting. I really want to know if that's how
it is. Okay. Because, Billy Crystal went on to host the show and then be a cast member for season 2. And Milton Berle hosted I don't know if it was in the first season, but he is considered one of the worst hosts by some people. Like, not Steven Seagal level, but like he bugged for the camera. And apparently he had a whole bunch of people in the audience that were his plants to laugh at his jokes. And I've seen this episode because Peacock lets you watch a bunch of old Saturday Night Lives, and it's not bad. But you can tell.
Okay. Yeah.
You can tell it's not quite his element. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who else was in it. There's so many people in it. And a lot of people I didn't know, but looked familiar to me that everybody did a really good job. It's just Matt Wood was John Belushi. He was phenomenal. Finn Wolfhard just played at NBC Page outside of the theater. Just a lot of people. It was very good. I was impressed. It's worth a watch if you love Saturday Night Live, if you grew up with it and you want to see kind of, a little bit of how it started. Cooper Hoffman's in it as well. Philip Seymour Hoffman's son. So he did good. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Really? Okay. Wow. Good for him. Yep. Yeah. It stars a bunch of people that
you can find Saturday Night. You can rent it online right now. That's all I can tell you.
You can watch it in my house if you're outside the window and I've got the window open and it's playing on the TV.
Yeah.
I do want to see this movie. I was very excited about this movie and I thought it'd be fun to see all the chaos, ahead of the time. So awesome. Saturday night. Okay. Well, my video movie corner pick of the week coming at you is not quite as new. In fact, it's kind of old. And I don't know if Siskel and Robert, I called him Robert, if they reviewed it, but it has a connection with Near Dark. Yes. The connection is
really?
Bill Paxton. It stars Bill Paxton. It's a psychological horror, religious, quasi-spiritual film. I'm sure you've seen it, that he also directed. I'm talking about 2002's Frailty. You know how some actors, when they're at a certain level, they are allowed to direct. And like Tom Hanks directed that thing you do. Bill Murray directed Quick Change. Maybe they don't direct again. And it's not because they didn't do a good job. Maybe it was a difficult process, or maybe that's all they wanted to do. And if this was the only movie that Bill Paxton ever directed, and sadly it was, then this was the one. Frailty from 2002 is a spiritual horror film about a guy played by Matthew McConaughey in a small but wonderful role. Yeah. Who tells an FBI agent that he knows who the God's Hand killer serial killer is, and he'll take him to his lair. And as he's taking him to the lair, he tells him the story of the Godsend serial killer, who he tells the agent, played by Powers Booth of Tombstone, who played Curly, who's famous for that one line that I love in Tombstone where he goes, well, bye.
Nice.
And he's telling him the story of his kid, and their dad, Bill Paxton, was a normal single dad. They had a normal life in the 70s. Everything was great. They watched The Muppet Show and all that. And all of a sudden, Bill Paxton wakes him up one night and tells him he's had a visit from God. An angel told him that the end of the world is coming soon, and they have to fight demons, and they have to kill demons, and he will show them how it is. So Bill Paxton starts kidnapping people and have his sons help murder them. Now, I'm not going to go any further than that. I'm not going to go any further than that because it's got...
I didn't know he directed this movie. I never saw it. I remember it. And I didn't know he directed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you're missing out. This movie is it's got a little bit of humor in it, but it's very dark. In fact, it is so dark that my beautiful, wonderful wife, who occasionally likes horror films, said, I can't watch this anymore. It's a little depressing and dark.
Really?
And I get it. And and I get it.
Got a 7.2 on IMDb, which means it must be really good.
Yeah. A lot of critics liked it. And it's got twists and turns. I don't want to spoil it. It's such a good, entertaining horror film. And I won't spoil it, but let's just say there's a good message in there. I don't know. It's a little crazy, but I would suggest Frailty, which I'm assuming you can stream for free or stream in any other place, or you can find on DVD.
Nice.
And Frailty.
I feel like
a good
Paxton,
movie. Bill Paxton
later in life wanted to explore the weird side of religion, I think, with his Mormon show he did, Big Love.
Big Love, yeah. Tom Hanks produced that, by the way.
Yeah. Maybe he was just fascinated by that kind of thing, I think. Just the odd side of religion.
Do you know who else was in Big Love?
Who?
Well, besides Jennifer Goodwin, who's adorable.
Yeah. Oh, I love her.
Jean Triplehorn. That's right, full circle.
That's right. She was the older, the matriarch.
She played wife number one.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Chloe Savigny, as I call her, Chloe Savigny,
or whatever. Yeah, I love Sevigny. Sevigny? Yeah, something like that.
It's Sevigny, yeah. She played wife number 2, and Jennifer Goodwin was the young, bubbly wife number 3 who was like, woohoo!
Did you see the Charlie XCX 360 video?
No.
From Brat, it's got Chloe Sevigny and a bunch of girls in it you'd recognize. Rachel Sennett's in it. It's really funny. It's very, very well done.
Nice. Well, those are our recommendations for the segment that we like to call It's the Video Movie Corner Pick of the Week. Sorry, we did not mean.
There it is. Okay, yeah, there it goes. Okay,
that's awesome.
We did it. Another showdown. Another show in the bank. Oh,
hey, Matches.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going, buddy?
Good.
How's it going?
You got one.
Listen, why don't you let me in? Let me into the podcast. Matches, let me in.
Bart, you're acting weird.
Matches,
Shannon?
invite me to the podcast.
No,
everything's fine. Invite me to the podcast, Matches.
No. Are you? Did you get turned? Are you a vampire?
No. No.
Why do you have one lens in your sunglasses?
Yes, because I can't find the other lens, and also that's how Severin would do it.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. I'm not gonna invite you in here. You don't belong here anymore.
Yes. Oh, come on out and see me. Come on out and see me.
Next co-host. Nope. I'm gonna stay right here.
Next.
I am too lazy for all of that.
Nah. Here's the thing. I think I got bit by a vampire, but the only thing that I got was I'm allergic to sun.
Are you?
No, but you've seen me burn to a crisp, haven't you?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. You're 100% vampire almost in the sun. Yeah, that's true.
Oh my gosh, without all the benefits, I am the daywalker.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It took me a long time as I got as I got more shiny, thinning. It took me a long time to reconcile with that until finally, when my head was burning to a crisp, I was like, "Yeah, I think it's time to start sun tanning my head whenever I go out in the summer."
Oh yeah, you can wear a big hat. There's nothing wrong with a big hat either.
Oh no. Well, see, I'm not a hat guy. I don't know. For some reason, my wife thinks I look good in hats, which is a compliment.
Yeah, maybe you're a fedora guy. You know, one that actually makes it work.
You think?
Maybe you're a sun hat guy or a garden
sombrero kind of guy. Maybe I'm a big flowery hat like.
Yeah.
Maybe I look like a British lady in my garden. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be.
You shave any of it up there? Do you have to shave? Are you like Heisenberg up there? Okay.
No, I'm more like Sweaty Teddy. I let it grow out to the side a lot, and then when I get scared, it goes from Scrubs.
Oh no.
Heisenberg. I am the one who is the barber. Well, speaking of things that we should not talk about, we want to thank you for listening / watching to the show. And Matches, if they would have joined our nomadic gang of roving vampire podcast hosts, what should they do?
They should like and subscribe. And also,
totally.
Yeah, they should like and subscribe. Also, if you want to comment down below, anywhere you're listening to this, we are on Spotify, we are on YouTube, we are on Apple Podcasts, and the former two are video. Yeah, we have video. I'm still not used to this video thing. I have to cover my face every week just so I'm not making little faces in the camera, But yeah. And also, you can email us if you want, to do something with us or whatever. If you need us for any reason, just email us at nomspodcast@gmail.com. And you will find me. You will surely find me.
I love it. Hey, listen, I got to go because I haven't seen my sister in a while. I have a sister. And I decided to write her a letter about the podcast. I put it all in there. Would you like me to read it to you?
I guess. Do you want to read it to me?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dear sister, what you say? But you won't let me well. What you say? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first episode of Vampuary. Matches, good job. Good job.
You too, Shannon. Yeah, we were just going to pat ourselves on the back no matter how well we did.
That's right. It doesn't matter. Give yourself a blood transfusion like it never happened.
Yep, nothing they can do about it. Yep, it happened.
Yeah. Get your plethora of pinatas right here.
Ooh, I love that. That's nice.
Yeah, in Wapple. I love it.
That's so good.
Pinatas.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, everybody. It's been fun. Bye, Matches. I got turned.
Bye.
I got to fly.
Oh, no. See you later.
Freeze frame. Okay. What you say?
Nom nom nom.
Nom nom nom.